You know what I constantly forget to do is I constantly forget to pull up the Twitch stream. So in the event that somebody pops in chat and says hi, we never respond, and it makes me feel like a douche. The auto mod is still there.
Douche. It's okay.
It's okay to feel twitchy about it.
Bots still get banned, but everybody else.
Yeah, the bots have gotten absurd.
They're all cut before they even this new shield mode or whatever the hell that Twitch has just kills them as soon as they talk, and then the message is gone. I don't know. I can see their messages in mod panel. I don't know if they even make it into chat for users. But yeah, all right. Anyway.
Wait, did I ever show you guys my new cup? Oop, can't really see it. Damn it! Fucking background. God bless it. It says check out my 6-pack, and it's got the dice on it. My sister thought it was funny, given that I'm fat.
That's it. Not your love of D&D or anything. It had to be the.
Oh no. The love of D&D was the love of D&D was under the fact that I'm fat.
Oh my god.
My sister's a bit of a dick.
That's fine, as long as it's funny.
Seems to be a familial trait, actually.
It really is. It really is. We get it honest from our mother.
I'm still very proud of the Freddie Mercury thing I sent you.
I am.
You're still fucked up by it. I love it.
I'm not privy to what happens.
It was so bad. Masami sent me a thing, and it was somebody was talking like a Valley Girl saying that Mercury was in the microwave, and then it cuts to somebody walking into their kitchen and opening their microwave, and a Funko Pop of Freddie Mercury standing in there, and the song "I Want to Break Free" starts playing.
As the microwave opens.
As the microwave opens.
That's awful, Masami. You're an awful person.
Blame my TikTok algorithm. Don't blame me.
You curate the. Oh my god.
I'm fucking with you. Goddamn.
But wait, you curate said algorithm.
The precursor to that they don't show on TikTok is the Freddie Mercury Funko Pop getting really depressed about something, and the song "No One Lives Forever" coming on as he shuts himself inside of the microwave. Dark. Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Chonkwij podcast. My name is still Squiddies. I'm joined tonight by OmegaConstruct, Punlord, Masonic Squid, and the Hershey Squits. And we're going to have a great time here. There's a little bit of dark humor going on. And it will continue.
Yay.
God fucking damn it. Omega is joining us live from the bastion of, I don't even know what the hell Florida is these days. It used to be God's waiting room, but now it's, I don't know, it's something else. Live from Florida, we have Omega. Literally
Florida's awful. So, for the first part of my trip, I was in Fort Myers over on the Gulf Coast of Florida. And now I'm in Vero Beach on the Atlantic coast of Florida. And so I went from Fort Myers, which is full of Trump supporters that are all super trashy, rednecky, kind of that sort of Trump supporters. And now I'm in Vero Beach, which is filled with Trump supporters who are all the stupid, rich kind of right-wingers who will do anything to not pay taxes. So I'm getting like a double dose of shitty Florida.
A double dose of I want to go and fuck myself.
But see, here's the thing, though. Tonight, I got to watch the SpaceX launch.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen. I took some pictures, videos. It'll take me some effort to get them up, but I'll get them to you guys eventually. But holy shit, that was fucking cool. We went to this place for dinner. It was like this place right on the beach. Delicious food. Had no idea the launch was happening. We were just there eating or whatever. And then this table next to us, this guy was like, "Hey, SpaceX launch is coming later. You guys gonna watch it?" And I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch that shit." and it was cool as fuck. Cape Canaveral was about 55 miles north of us, and holy shit, it was a sight to see. The whole horizon to the north just got this giant orange glow for about 10 seconds, and then the rocket popped over the horizon, and just watched it streak across the sky fucking until it disappeared into the glow of the moon. It was beautiful.
Space. I don't know where
Space
Rod
nerd in
lives, but
me.
I don't know where Rod lives down there, but you should show up at his apartment and just be like, "Hey man, I want to crash."
Unfortunately, Florida is a big state.
Yeah, that is true. I had no
It's
idea.
very long.
That's what she said.
It's the
Mhm.
penis of America. We all know
It is,
this.
and we're pissing on Cuba,
Yep, that is so.
both geographically and geopolitically, for the last 75 or so years.
There are a whole bunch of Cuban jokes that I want to make right now that are deeply offensive to Americans. And probably Cubans too, but yeah, we're just gonna skip over most of that.
Just talk about the sandwich instead. You'll be fine.
Oh, you mean the Reuben?
No, the Cuban. Ha! The Mark Cuban.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Delicious sandwiches.
Anyway, people should go to Cuba. Actually, it is a beautiful country. It has a very sad history, and there's a lot politically going on there that is really shitty. But generally speaking, beautiful place. Like stepping back into the 1950s in some parts, specifically because yeah. Anyway,
They always have the really nice cars down there, man. I'm telling you, those the
they
old
did.
school 1950s cars.
Yeah, they have
Is
all
it
the
dark?
American cars that are pre-Soviet era or pre-Cold War, and they keep them going and they keep them beautiful and running and all the rest of that because their alternatives throughout the Cold War were absolute dog shit. So yeah, you wanna go see some classic cars that are in excellent working condition. Yeah, Cuba's a great place to go.
Will it
But they
drive
also
you
got
crazy?
great food. They will drive you crazy.
Masami,
And
damn it.
yeah, trying to figure out how to get one of those bad boys back to the U.S. Yeah, that'll drive you crazy. They also got great food. And they're lovely people. But anyway, enough. Yeah, take a vacation in Cuba. It's a great place to go. And if you can't afford a plane ride home, it's a short raft ride over to Florida, and then you can deal with fucking U.S. immigration. Yeah, that's a bad joke. Anyway.
What, U.S.
Well,
immigration is a bad joke? Yes, it is.
Don't float away.
Yeah. All right, Omega first posted this first thing, and we actually have a lot to talk about for this the first topic, which is going to be Hogwarts Legacy. Actually, I'll throw this article up first here. Hogwarts Legacy is available. I think you can play it tomorrow if you pre-ordered, because it's got 72-hour early advance. Early gameplay, and it's due to release on February 10th. So tomorrow, Tuesday, when this is released, will be the 7th. I'm pretty sure you can start playing the game if you pre-ordered it then. It's got the review embargo has been lifted. People have started talking about it, and apparently it's good. I mean, great in some cases, some people say. Otherwise, universally panned as good. Pretty much across the board, across every single game rating industry. It's got 8 out of 10s, it's got 4 out of 5s, it's got 8.5s out of 10. People like it.
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of it happening on TikTok, and it cracks me up to no end. You're seeing one of two things happening with this game. Either everybody is super happy that it's gotten very good reviews, or there's the other side, and everybody on the other side is saying, we wanted to be really pissed off that this game was so bad and that J.K. Rowling is benefiting from how just people's nostalgia about the series, and they and she's actually benefiting because this game is going to make hand over fist cash, apparently.
Well, yeah, she's tagged into royalties, so anything to do with Harry Potter or Fantastic Beasts, yeah, she gets royalties off of because she's the creator. But to go back to what you were saying, we should probably start. I just wanted to iterate that this is getting good reviews. Games Radar apparently gave it a 3.5 out of 5, which is absolute dog shit for a game review, but they seem to be the outlier. The rest of it's 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 4 out of 5. Oh, and CBR hasn't scored it yet, apparently. Yeah, I wanted to start off by saying this game is getting great reviews so that we can move into people wanted to boycott this game. And when I say people, it is specific groups that hate J.K. Rowling to the point where, you know, they want her franchises, her stories, universes, whatever they are, to fail. Because, and this has been scientifically proven, she is batshit crazy. And she has.
No, she's not. She's not batshit crazy. She is a cunt.
And
she's an awful human being.
She has said things that have pissed a lot of people off. So yes, there is where I'm again faced with really enjoying something that was created by someone who is not worthy of the praise. I feel like everybody has been impacted by this in the past 20 years, but yeah, I really fucking love the Harry Potter books, and I love the movies, and I am sort of fond of Fantastic Beasts, and yeah, I just can't deal with J.K. Rowling. But game's getting great reviews.
I will not be playing said game. Maybe I'll pirate it.
It is, yeah, it's not a multiplayer game. It is a single-player game. It's a single-player open-world RPG where you just basically think of it as an Assassin's Creed game, basically, without multiplayer. And that's just it. You get to explore a story. You get to go on a whole bunch of quests. You get to all the rest of that. And yeah, there you go. So yeah,
really a shame that such a successful IP was created by somebody who is such an awful person.
Right, and anyway, yeah, it's getting good, but we should also talk about the launch and the darker side of this game, which comes in the form of a picture here. For the Hogwarts Legacy Deluxe Edition. Now, this was posted by Omega, so yeah, this is really where it all started off in the conversation for us. The Deluxe Edition... Well, there's no easy way to get around to this, so let's just put it plain out there. There are PlayStation exclusive things here.
It's not just PlayStation exclusive. There's pre-order exclusive things too, and I'm more bothered by that.
There are, yeah, there's one pre-order exclusive, and that is the Onyx Hippogriff, or the Onyx Hippogriff. So you get a Hippogriff that's got, I assume, a dark color to it. Okay, fine. The other thing that you get for pre-ordering is 72-hour early access to the game, but that's across PS5, Xbox Sex, and PC. The quest, the shop quest, Haunted Hogsmeade shop quest, is not pre-order based. It is flat out a PlayStation exclusive, so it's not available on PC or Xbox Sex. The Felix Phyllis potion recipe is a PlayStation pre-order exclusive. I have no idea what that does in game mechanics, but I can see that Felix Felicis potion in the Harry Potter movie, I forget which one it is the potion that you drink when you want basically immaculate luck. You will succeed at whatever you are trying to do if you drink that potion. Difficult to make, disastrous should you get it wrong. So I have no idea what game mechanics that opens up or anything, but that is, that is a PlayStation only pre-order exclusive. So if you're buying this on PlayStation and you decide to get the deluxe edition, you get all the content. If you're deciding to buy it on any other platform, you are shit out of luck.
That's pretty important.
So that kind of sucks.
Game developers, like I've got such a problem with pre-orders, and so many people do. And once upon a time, pre-orders in video games made sense because you were ordering a physical copy of a game that was on a disc that you were buying from a brick and mortar store. And you had to go to that store on opening day, on launch day for a game, and wait in line and get that game. And stores are only given X number of games, so you pre-order to make sure you get a copy of a limited quantity of physical items.
Yeah, you're talking about games prior to 2007, I think.
I mean, do you remember? No, before you and I started hanging out freshman year, I was standing outside the GameStop in Ithaca, New York, launch night of Halo 2. And I walked in there with my pre-order receipt and was the first person in Ithaca, New York to walk out with a copy of Halo 2. Yeah, that is why you should buy pre-orders.
Yeah,
nowadays,
that is what pre-order used to mean.
Nowadays, it is a scam to get, for these devs to get a shit ton of money, these studios to make a ton of money before ever providing a product. They lose the incentive to actually make the product good when investors and the executives care more about pre-order sales than they do about the actual quality of the game. And now what we have is a situation where game publishers and developers and whatnot have effectively mastered the art of manipulating FOMO and putting content that is both exclusive but also invariably inconsequential behind pre-order barriers. You get a new skin, you get a new this, you get starter weapons that you will out-level within the first 2 hours of gameplay, whatever it might be. They give you some crap that makes you happy. But now they've got like an actual quest line that's locked, and not just locked for pre-order, but for specific platforms. You're going to release a game on all platforms. You can't be doing that shit. And I mean, it's one thing, like, there have been tons of games, like Warframe, that we said it. Warframe has certain content that is only on certain platforms, like certain skins, certain stuff like that. I know Destiny has some PlayStation exclusive shit. I know that's a thing, but like, glitter is one thing. Actual quest lines is something else altogether.
There is, actually, it's worth bringing up here. I don't know how many people played, what the hell was it called? The Rockstar game where you were a detective in the 1940s.
L.A. Noire.
L.A. Noire.
Was it L.A. Noire? Yeah, L.A. Noire actually had a quest line. I think it was called The Ambassador or something, where you had to investigate. An ambassador to Argentina or something had the wheels off of his embassy car stolen, and you had to go figure out who did it. And that quest, I didn't realize playing this on PC, but that quest was only available on PC. That was not available for any of the console versions of the game that came out. That's my personal first experience with a platform-locked quest line. And that was years ago, almost a decade ago now. So
Well, see, a decade ago, though, that makes me wonder if that was hardware related. Nowadays, we're at a time where console hardware is pretty comparable to video or to PC hardware. But back then, 10 years ago, a console was not keeping up specs-wise with a gaming PC.
I
So
suppose
wonder.
it's possible. Sorry, I suppose it's possible that it had to do with storage space on the physical media that you were buying. Maybe there wasn't enough room on the DVD or whatever the PlayStation 4 was using at that time. Possibly Blu-ray. Yeah, I don't know if it had to do with that actual, like, there wasn't room for it in the game, or I don't know why it was PC exclusive. All I know is that I found out way after the fact that I had played something that console players did not.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anyway, not terribly important. I'm not excusing the behavior. I think it's really shitty. If you buy a game, it should be the same game across whatever console or platform that you choose to play it on. Kind of period at this point. This is shitty. This is obviously, I guess, Warner Brother Games trying to suck up to Sony? So no, Warner Brothers is owned by Sony now, isn't it?
This might be like a bit of a bold statement, but I'll take it an even step further, in that, like, I don't even think. Not only do I think games shouldn't be, or content shouldn't be exclusive between consoles or between platforms, I don't think. Like, I think if you buy a game, you should be able to play it on whatever platforms you own. We're in a day and age.
I also agree with.
We are in a day and age where games are no longer a physical object. They are a service. Games as a service is the model today, which means we are buying a license to use a piece of software. Or renting a license, buying a license, whatever you want to say. We are acquiring a license to use a piece of software. Why does it matter what software I use it on? Now, Microsoft has already proven that this is reality. You can play Xbox. There's Xbox Game Pass and stuff. You can play Xbox games on PC on an Xbox. They've proven that it works. And if I buy a video on Amazon.com, like a Prime Video, I can't only watch it on my cell phone. I don't have to like buy a version for my cell phone and a version for my PC and a version for the app on my Roku or the version on the app on a PlayStation. You subscribe to the service. You bought the video. You can watch it on whatever platform. I think we're at a point where games need to evolve to that model.
I'd have to ask, where's the profit in that for Sony? I'm just playing. I'm being the asshole here, and I'm saying, yeah, we've joked many times, welcome to late stage capitalism and all the rest of that. But that's really where this is at. I don't see that becoming a reality because Sony makes money off PlayStation exclusives, just by the nature of a PlayStation exclusive. And Xbox might be more amicable to, well, we know that Xbox is more amicable to releasing things simultaneously on Xbox and PC because Microsoft owns Xbox. It also owns the Windows platform, or the Windows operating system. So yeah, the two there synergize delightfully well. Nintendo, on the other hand, has expressed little to no interest in cooperating with anybody. They have their own proprietary game titles, and they have their own. I don't know how to say content delivery system, I guess. They've got their own shit to do. They have their own market. They're not interested in playing nice with anybody else. Frankly, to this day, I'm still surprised that there is cross-platform play in Warframe between PC and Nintendo Switch. That is just blows my mind sometimes when I really think about it. So yeah, if the moral of the story here is, yeah, if you're a greedy fucking capitalist and you want to make as much money as goddamn possible, then yeah, you're not going to play nice with other people who are your competitors. You are not going to do games as a service available across all platforms because you can't make money off it. Can't make as much.
Sure, but like that's not the point I'm getting at. When it comes to exclusives, like Sony makes a game, they are, that's fully within their purview to make it exclusive to their system. Microsoft makes a game within their, but like if a company is making it available on all platforms, I shouldn't have to buy the game 4 times. Hell, Blizzard doesn't make me do it. I can play Diablo Immortal on my PC and log into my account on my phone and keep playing. If I buy something on PC for my character, I don't have to buy it again on my phone. If even Blizzard's doing it, Now, I think, obviously, this is never something that companies would agree to do. This would take some sort of act of consumer protection law, which, would never happen. Just speaking philosophically, it's total bullshit that, especially because we are no longer in a day and age where, like, a dev team has to redesign a game from the ground up to fit on a different platform. It doesn't work that way anymore. Like, these games can be compiled for different platforms pretty much at the same time. So, like, it doesn't take twice as much effort to make a game for 2 platforms. It might take 5% more effort to make it viable for a second platform. So,
right, right.
That's my opinion on that one.
So, just worth pointing out here in that the developer of Hogwarts Legacy was Avalanche Software. However, the publisher, which was giving Avalanche all the money to make this game, Warner Brothers Games, is under the Warner Brothers. It's a Warner Brothers company, and Warner Brothers is owned by Sony Entertainment. So, obviously, in this case, Sony allowed this game to be released for Xbox and Windows. They were generous like that, and they let this game come to other platforms. However, on their own platform, the PlayStation platform, they have given people extra incentive to get a PlayStation or buy this for PlayStation, etc., etc. So this is, I understand how this happened. I'm not necessarily cool with it happening, because Ubisoft has tried this shit before for PC. But yeah, there's your explanation.
How long do you think it'll take before people hack it into the PC game?
Oh goodness, yeah. If Codex was still around. Yeah, now I think it's FitGirl who will be probably very definitely doing that. So yeah, if you do decide to pirate this, and we do not advocate piracy, but you should pirate it. That's a joke. Then yeah, you're probably going to get access to all the content regardless of what platform that you play it on. I'm just going to guess that. Because, yeah, no, if it exists in the PlayStation game, I don't see it being inaccessible on PC or Xbox.
Why doesn't it just be the kind of thing where it's all in the game, they just, like, have it buried in the code, and it literally takes, like, a line of code to unlock it or something shitty and stupid like that?
Yeah, that's...
Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me, because what if it's something like, it's only a launch exclusive for PlayStation, and then a year down the line, and, DLC or whatever, released to all platforms or something, so who knows?
Yeah, see, that's how Ubisoft tries to appear not to be a bunch of cunts, is they will make something, a Uplay store, or I'm sorry, an Ubisoft Connect, because they rebranded Uplay because it was hot garbage. It'll be an Uplay or Ubisoft Connect exclusive for a year, 2 years, or it will be an Epic Store exclusive for a year, 2 years, and then it'll make its way onto various other gaming platforms, i.e. Steam, GOG. Yeah, so that is entirely possible that this platform-locked quest will eventually be available on PC for maybe free DLC, probably paid DLC. Who can say? But yeah, anybody else thinking about playing this? I didn't say pay for it. I just said play it.
My sister's gonna get it, and because she's a huge Harry Potter fan, and she said that she'll let me know how it is, because I'm not playing it.
I mean, I don't
if you're
even
not-
like Harry Potter, and the game looks cool as shit.
Yeah, I
mean,
really do
I
like
just
Harry
wanna-
Potter, and the game does look cool.
The only reason that I would play this game is simply to walk up to a random individual, Avada Kedavra, dead, log off the game, uninstall. I have completed my life's work.
Well, here's the thing now. I'll throw up this other article. I love the title of this from PC Gamer. The title is, Boy, there sure is a lot of murdering in Hogwarts Legacy. And yeah, there is. This article just briefly talks about how you are, as a player here, you are confronted with a lot of situations where stuff wants to kill you. Could be a giant, could be a spider, could be poachers, I guess. It could be a mobster wizard. I don't know what that is. Could be a rebel goblin. I haven't heard of those either. And they all seem to want to kill you. This seems to be a fighting game, which is not really conducive to the Harry Potter universe. I don't know that Harry Potter ever... Did Harry Potter ever directly kill someone? I'm not
Harry
sure
himself, no.
I get he technically killed Voldemort though, didn't he? Is he?
I was like, didn't the bad guy die?
Yeah, at the very end there, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he, whatever. Expelliarmus, the whole you know, the lights, the green and red thing going back and forth there, and it was real pretty for a while, and then he, you know, zapped the wand out of Voldemort's hand, and then Voldemort turned to ash. So I'm gonna assume that Harry Potter killed Voldemort. That might be the only death that he's directly responsible for anyway. And in this game, it just seems like you're there to fucking murder people, especially if you get into fire spells and everything. That's the thing, Zero. You'd have to go through, apparently you'd have to go through a pretty extensive portion of the game to even unlock the unforgivable curses, which, by the way, have no repercussions if you use them in the game, unlike, again, the books or the movies or the play. So yeah, this is strange. This is a little bit of a departure, but you got to imagine that a game where you used your wit to put people to sleep or trap them or do anything but kill them wouldn't be as popular, because take this from a Warframe player, it's fun committing mass murder.
I mean, take it from a Destiny player, it is absolutely great committing mass murder.
Kick-ass
Yes.
fighting game with karate chop action.
Aqua Teen is everywhere. So yeah, this is strange. This is just a strange. It looks like a cool game. It looks like it might be fun. I'm happy to read the Steam reviews when they pile in on, I don't know, the weekend. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than, yeah, it looks cool. It seems like it takes place in the Harry Potter universe. I mean, it's definitely got all the window dressing and the trim, but a lot of killing.
I'm just gonna do my old refuse to support, refuse to, anyway, financially support J.K. Rowling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Say what you will, but I try to vote with my wallet. You know, it's the one thing I can do against a lot of things like this, so I try to vote with my wallet with stuff like that.
Yep. And there is nothing wrong with that. There are 6 sites that I can give you where you could try it out for free. Yeah, so that's really that. That is just, it was a big to do today and yesterday.
Well,
since the review embargo lifted.
I do want to say something funny. You brought up Ubisoft earlier, and as you all know, I've been playing Rainbow Six Extraction, and I was in their Discord, and there was some drama going down in the Discord, and I started doing a Fluffy. And Fluffy will appreciate this. I literally started reacting to everybody's comments with GIFs. I got banned from the server for commenting on everybody's post with GIFs. I got told that I was, quote, spamming the chat.
But you literally were. That's what Fluffy does. That's why he would be proud.
Yeah, it
But-
sounds like you were spamming the chat.
Yep, it was
Yep.
fun. I enjoyed myself. I got banned. That entire server was nothing but a fucking joke anyway.
The Rainbow Six extraction server was nothing but a toxic mess. Wow, color me surprised. Every single goddamn Tom Clancy game that I've ever played has always devolved into a bunch of people just... Well, every single one? I mean, Wildlands wasn't too bad.
I'll
But
be
yeah,
I'll be
no,
a 1000% honest. I think what gets to people is there were, and I'm going to throw up dick quotes, leaks that were posted on Reddit from a reliable source that there was a bunch of stuff coming in year 2, and year 2 starts next week. Ubisoft has said nothing about anything other than returning crisis events, which are happening for 1 week every 3 months. That's all they've said is coming in year 2. They haven't said any new operators, any new React tech, no new weapons, no new operators, no new maps, nothing. And everybody's like, oh, well, it's in the game files. It's in the game files. Okay, it was in the game files in alpha. If they wanted to bring this stuff out, they likely would have done it well before now, or they would have said, hey, guess what we're doing in year 2, guys? They have said nothing about Rainbow Six Extraction, but they have said everything about Rainbow Six Siege, which just shows me that they are more focused on Siege because Siege makes them money. Rainbow Six Extraction, you pay for it once, and that is it. They unlock stuff throughout the year for free.
Oh, right. Siege does have it's got the in-game store, doesn't it? It's got microtransactions for glitter and boosters.
Well, and you've got
I'd
the same
forgotten
thing
about
within Rainbow Six Extraction, but it's what they don't realize is that Ubisoft is not making a whole hell of a lot of money off of this game. It is very niche. It is a very niche game. It is not something that will catch a lot of people's interests.
Right now, the only way shooters can make money, and this has been kind of the trend since Battle Royales became the thing, is PvP. And I mean, maybe even before Battle Royales, like look at Halo. Every generation since Halo 2, the campaign's gotten smaller and smaller and smaller, and the multiplayer's gotten bigger, 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 more in-depth. Look at Call of Duty. Campaign's getting smaller, smaller, smaller. Multiplayer gets bigger, 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 more in-depth. They keep adding stuff in multiplayer. PvP is everything in shooters nowadays when it comes to maintaining a player base and raking in money. So a PvE game like Extraction that doesn't have that competitive PvP element that drives most of these shooter games today, you know, they just lose that financial incentive to put in all that work.
Mm-hmm.
I'd actually, I agree. And if it weren't for the fact that DE has spent a decade now, or almost, it's 2023. It's coming up on a decade now, just developing PvE, co-op PvE play across the entirety of the Warframe game. I would be concerned that they would be dipping more into PvP, and it's possible that they'll turn that direction, but thank God to this day, the PvP in Warframe is you say Rainbow's Extraction is a niche community. Yeah, PvP and Warframe is a niche community.
God,
and
that's
yeah,
it's barely even worth mentioning exists. They're so niche. But also, like, Warframe, I wouldn't say fits the model of a quote-unquote, like, shooter, like a traditional shooter. It's more of a power fantasy game, you know, that type of thing.
The movement system is so radically different from any shooter game that you will ever play. Yes, it is. It's an entirely different thing in its own right.
Yeah, it is a horde shooter from the ground up for sure.
Yes.
But like PvP in that game is fucking non-existent. No one does it.
If you play PvP in Warframe seriously, then you probably know the other people who play PvP in Warframe seriously. It's that small of a community.
That's pretty true.
But yeah. So if, I don't know where we were, where we're going, if these games don't sound like games that you're interested in playing, if you're not into the whole PvP scene, and not any of us are, or you're not into pre-ordering and garbage like that, then good news for you. It's that time of year again when Steam releases a metric shit ton of demos for Steam Next Fest. So according to this article, you've got approximately 7 days, starting yesterday if you're listening now, to get through 900 game demos. And yeah, there are a lot of game demos that have come out. So there are a lot of games on Steam. Just go to the featured page on the store, and it'll hook you up with basically a list of an obscene number of game demos that are all free to play for the next week. So anything that you want to try out, have fun. No obligation to buy, just download, play the demo. If you don't like it, ditch it. If you do, maybe add it to your wish list if you're interested in the future. There's a lot of stuff. None of it we've heard of.
So it'll be cool to look through it.
But
I looked through a little bit of it today.
There is quite a lot. Anything catch your eye?
Nothing caught mine. Of course, I'm still waiting on Konami to announce Suikoden 1 and 2 remaster when it's releasing. That's just because I've got a nostalgia boner for that game.
Suikoden. So yeah, I've got a whole bunch of stuff up on the screen right now. I'm just scrolling through all these free demos, and almost it looks like a good chunk of these demos also have developer live streams going on. So obviously developers, especially small indie-based developers, are really getting in on this. They always get in on Steam Next Fest, and they're showcasing their games and encouraging you to download them and try them yourself. So yeah, there's some neat looking stuff here. It's fun. Let's just scroll through just to see if there's anything that you want to spend an hour doing for free.
For free.
So yeah, good times. Masami, you still playing House Flipper?
I got through all the missions, so now I'm in a... Whenever I feel in the mood to actually just randomly do houses until I have money to buy the next expansions.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I like freeform and sometimes I like structure, and I'm in a structure mood right now, but I'm out of structure, if that makes any fucking sense.
Yes. I gotcha.
But luckily, there's some expansions that I haven't played yet, which is great, because they're all inexpensive, and apparently the second one is supposed to be coming out Q3 according to Steam, so we'll see how that goes.
So yeah, that's neat. Like somewhere on this list, I would like House Flipper to be a free demo, because I would play that.
I bet you would. I would be interested in your commentary. As well as your design.
Get mad that you can't put a nuclear reactor in the house and fly it to the moon.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Mods! Somebody make a mod.
Fuck yes.
I'm sure there is. Plus, there is like a one of the free expansions lets you do bunkers and shit like that. So
Bunkers.
So, Omega and I might remember actually, I don't know if you played this, Omega. I don't know if any of you played this when you were younger, when we were but wee pups. But there was a game that came out when I was in high school called System Shock.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
System
game
Shock was kind of
fucked.
fucking fantastic. It was really great for the time. It was like no video game we had ever seen. And so there's a lot of nostalgia juice attached to this. But soon, TM, and this is part of Next Fest, you can play the demo right now. Soon there will be System Shock coming out from Night Drive Studios. And yeah, the planned release date is March of 2023, and it looks like a completely updated version of System Shock. And if you pre-order, then you will receive System Shock 2 Enhanced Edition for free once it is released. So that's a less shitty tactic for pre-ordering. Getting a game for free later on. But yeah, you can argue up and down for that. But yeah, anyway, System Shock, completely remastered, coming out. Demo available to play now. You can pre-purchase it for $40. $40. It's not bad.
Not a Daru. But it's for 2 games.
But it is. It's literally for 2 games.
Well, it's for 1 game and 1 potential as yet to be created future game.
Right. They're promising you System Shock 2 as soon as it's finished, which is interesting.
Soon,
Which is fun. Once it's, for free once it's released. Maybe it is already finished. I doubt it, though. Right? This always comes down to the wire. But yeah. Anyway, Steam Next Fest. It's out now. Shit ton of demos for everybody to crawl through. And the last thing that I just wanted to give a hoot or a shout out to, the first ever Grammy Award for video game score has gone to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And it's specifically to its composer, Stephanie Economou. And she is the composer behind the soundtrack for Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, specifically Dawn of Ragnarok. And yeah, there were a bunch of nominees, including Bear McCreary for Call of Duty Vanguard. I did not know that Bear McCreary did video game scores. Omega and I specifically know Bear McCreary very well because he scored Battlestar Galactica, the 2003 version. That was all his music, and I thought that he was mainly TV show and TV show and movie. But Bear McCreary, Howard Shore, and who's the motherfucker that did The Rock and Gladiator and whatever his name will come to me. Those dudes work. Those are some names. If you pay attention to music in movies or TV, those are names that you will see frequently. And apparently Bear McCreary did Call of Duty.
Was it Hans Zimmer that just did a soundtrack? Was it him who just did a soundtrack for a Mr. Beast video?
Was it? I hadn't heard that. That would be crazy. Hans Zimmer is the dude who did the movie for the music for such hit movies as The Rock, starring Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage, and Gladiator, starring
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Thank you, big angry Australian man.
Yeah, so Hans Zimmer composed an original song titled Antarctica or Bust for an expedition video made by Mr. Beast where he went to Antarctica in this past December.
Oh, good for him. All right. Let's see. Christopher Tin for Old World was also nominated. Austin Wintory for Aliens Fireteam Elite was nominated, and Richard Jacques for Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy was also nominated. But the Grammy went to Stephanie Economou, and she is, according to this article, she was a bit of an underdog because she is an experienced composer and apparently she is a violinist as well. But let's see, she scored Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLCs, The Siege of Paris and The Dawn of Ragnarok, and those were her first compositions in the video game world. So she got the Grammy, and it's well deserved because the music is great. Generally speaking, I'm not a fan of the direction that the Assassin's Creed games have turned into ever since Ubisoft decided to make it into a cash grab. But back in Assassin's Creed, the original game, and 2 and Brotherhood and Revelations, Jesper Kyd was the guy who was doing the soundtracks, and I very much enjoy his work as well. A little bit of love should have been thrown in his direction back in the day. A very talented individual. And yeah, so I think it's neat that I think this has been a long time coming because video games have been slowly moving more towards basically interactive cinema. That's kind of where we're going. You can watch a movie passively, or you can participate in a movie through a video game. That's kind of what some of the better titles, specifically God of War and Assassin's Creed, and some other titles that, of course, I can't remember now because they're relevant to the conversation. This is good. Video games. Some video games have really come along far away.
I'll tell you, the best thing in the world was trying to decipher exactly how the guy who presented the award was pronouncing Valhalla. It was quite amazing. Oh, he butchered it, and it was hilarious.
Oh, fuck, I missed that, yeah. How the fuck else do you say it? Valhalla?
That's Valhalla.
Valhalla?
Smaha.
Valahi. Valaho.
Zero knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Valaha. Yeah. Was I guess the biggest disappointment of this story that I'm now staring right at is Stephanie Economou's Twitter bio specifically states non-award-winning composer. She's gonna have to change that now. She's won an award. That's so sad. Anyway, good for her and well-deserved. Congratulations. Oh, man. All right, that's all the gaming news that happened this week. Well, there was more, but it's whatever. Nobody gives a shit about The Last of Us TV show.
The first episode was good. I can't get on board. I have no frame of reference for that show.
I'm the exact opposite way. I have every frame of reference, and I'm like, I don't want to watch that happen. I played it.
Oh, that's getting good reviews.
It is.
Except
Yeah, it is.
Ben Shapiro was mad about it, apparently.
He's
Hero's
mad
about everything.
That's how he makes money. He's like Tucker Carlson. There's nothing good in the world unless you can complain about it. And make money off of it while you're complaining.
Like, Ben Shapiro would not be nearly as insufferable as he is if his voice wasn't like nails on a fucking chalkboard.
It's not the voice. It doesn't matter what he sounded like or how fast or slowly he spoke. It's the things that he says and the logic he tries to use and the utter insistence that he's following a logical train of thought that infuriates me. Because it's a logical train of thought if you have blinders on and you're only staring directly at what you want to stare at. Yes, that is technically correct. People who try to oversimplify enormously complicated topics are annoying and observably dumb.
Yeah. Ben Shapiro is definitely a case of the things he says and the way he says it.
Yeah,
you take away the way he says it, he's still a colossal piece of shit.
If you take away all the things that he said, if you cut the Ben Shapiro out of the equation. You just keep the pace at which he speaks and the tone in which he speaks, and you like apply it to animal rescue or something like that, promoting like taking abused animals away from like horrible situations and giving them forever homes that are really lovely and delightful. If it was Ben Shapiro doing that, I would probably start advocating for just mass genocide of animals. That's how fucking annoying his voice, his face, his tone, his pace is. I fucking hate it. It's like the last time Trump was in office, where it's just, I know he's saying stuff, I just can't stay with it for longer than 30 seconds without getting annoyed. It's like, I could be masturbating right now. What am I doing here? I've already devolved.
Yes. It's okay. Devolving is fine.
How are you? What the fuck game are you even playing?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
It's called DKO. It is from the creators of Smite. It is a essentially it is Super Smash Brothers with the gods of Smite. It's actually
title?
quite fun. No. Hi-Res Games.
Hi-Res Games. Oh, okay. All right.
Same creators as Smite.
Okay. Yeah, right. You said that, and it just went right over my head. All right. Well. Anyway, that's fun. It looks like a cross between Super Smash Bros. And Fortnite.
I mean, the cartoony graphics, it is definitely geared toward kids, but it is just so much fun.
The font, the typeface that they're using, where your percentage is on the bottom, that's Fortnite typeface. I can just recognize that right off the bat. That's something. Anyway, looks fun. So yeah, that's all. We're not going to go terribly long tonight, just because... Yeah, Omega's got a phone situation. And not a terrible one happened. So
heading home tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're coming back. Well, you're coming back just in time. It was like 45 degrees today. I was in shorts.
It's supposed to be 60 later this week, so...
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
In Virginia, it's going to be nice.
There's no such thing as climate change or global warming. That's all nonsense.
Nah.
This is normal. It's always been like this, right? Right. And certainly, this is just a one-off thing. It's not going to happen again. You know, next year will be different. Jesus fucking Christ, that roller's going to wipe you out. All right, okay, so thank you everybody for coming along. Thank you everybody for joining us Twitch chat and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll be here same time, same space next week. Penis. Fuck Putin. Fuck Winnie the Pooh. And yeah, have a great night.
Have a great night.
Night.
Penis.
Later.